Introducing the Bi-Compax Auto Sport, the newest creation from an independent French watchmaker. Bi-Compax is fueled entirely by automotive culture. The brand was founded in 2018 by Clément, a French engineer who traded torque wrenches for tweezers. He studied watchmaking in Geneva, and despite how the name sounds, it sounds French, Bi-Compax isn't a French word at all. It's assembled from the ghosts of French racing history, a tribute to three iconic but now gone French car manufacturers. D is from Delage, Pan from Panhard, and Cell from Facile, as in Facile Vega. I gotta admit, I'm not familiar with these brands. I'm not a big car guy. There's only one car company I love and I buy. That's all I focus on, but I digress. And this automotive DNA is unmistakable the moment you lay your eyes on the Autosport. It looks sporty, and it all starts with that case. The lines are crisp, high quality, and deliberate. You get lovely wide, high-polished bevels that trace the edges of the midcase, like the chrome trim you see on classic coupes. And while the rest of the case is refined with smooth, satiny brushing. And this watch has a really cool Easter egg that is functional. On the side of the case, there is a steel plate screwed in, and that has your serial number. On mine, it just says ADM39XXX. This one is a prototype, but yours will have a number where mine has an XXX. So that's a pretty cool nod to license plates. And sitting on top of the mid-case is a polished domed bezel. The bezel frames the sapphire crystal, which is slightly double-domed and subtly boxed. It rises about 1 millimeter above the bezel. Of course, the crystal does come with anti-reflective coating that works really good here. Even on the off angle, the dial stays readable, although I do think maybe the silver dial color could be helping it out here. But if it's not your cup of tea, there are two other colorways. A racing I can't say British, this is a French. Racing emerald green. Oh, it's just called emerald green. And blue. Now let's do those dimensions. I got 39.1 millimeters in diameter and a secret measurement of 34.5. I got a thickness of 12.6, including the box sapphire, and a compact lug-to-lug of 45.7. Man, I gotta say, it looks great on the wrist. It just looks really good. And I think it wears true to size, but maybe it wears a little bit thicker than the 12.6 indicates. You guys be the judge on the wrist shots throughout the video and let me know how it wears. At first glance, looks like a Bi-Compax chronograph, but it isn't. It even has a pump style pusher at 2 o'clock, but that pusher controls the 3 o'clock subdial, which displays the month. The 9 o'clock subdial is controlled by the crown, and so is the date at 6 o'clock. Speaking of that crown, it's a simple push-pull setup. It's got a clean lug nut design, so those hexagonal lugs that hold in your rims. It's also got an orange striped channel down the center, and it looks pretty awesome. But I'm gonna have to mention the grip. It's not the greatest, but it isn't that bad. It gets the job done. Now, despite the watch having 5 potential entries for water or moisture, it still manages a decent 50 meters of water resistance. Around back is a mineral display crystal. Yes, I tested it. It's not a sapphire. However, it still reveals to you the premium Miyota movement in the back. And you'll notice a custom rotor is included. This one is an etched radiator grille pattern. That's a nice automotive touch. The dial is a sector dial with vertical brushing on the inner sector and circular on the outer ring. The contrasting textures catch and play with the light beautifully, just like the applied hexagonal hour markers. The hour markers are well done, and they feature a nice mix of polished and brushed surfaces. The hands, just how I like them. Clean, simple, precise batons. But there's a fun, vibrant orange second hand that instantly evokes a tachometer needle sweeping across an RPM gauge cluster. I gotta say, I love the subtle pops of orange across the dial, on the seconds hand, and on the crown. But the cherry on top has gotta be the black chapter ring. It cleverly mimics a chronograph tachymeter scale, adding a sporty, racing-inspired frame to the Autosport. Now let's move on to the strap. It's perforated leather, like a car's leather seating, and it tapers in two ways. First, it's 20mm tapering down to 18 at the buckle, and near the case, the strap is really thick, 4.3mm, and near the buckle, 2.3mm. It seems like it's pretty good quality, but it's a little thick and stiff at first. It might take a little while to break this in, but once it does, it's gonna fit like a glove. And the subtle French flag colors stitched right on the side is a nice touch. The rest of the stitching is, of course, orange highlights. The buckle has brushed and high polish with the Bi-Compax shield logo. Oh, and that reminds me, I forgot to mention the 12 o'clock marker is that logo with the 3 stars in the middle. That's a nice touch. I really like it. Now let's check out the Lume. The Lume here is Super Luminova, of course, but it's old radium, and I gotta say, I love it. Not too patinaed, just the right amount of cream. I think if we got a bright white Lume here, I don't think it would go well with this design. This, I don't know, gives it a little bit of a premium look. But you guys let me know how wrong I am in the comment section. So, what's powering the Autosport? Well, it's the Miyota 9122. So yes, not the usual 9015 we are used to. This one is thicker by 1.6mm, coming in at 5.52 due to the added complications. And it's also got more joules, 26 joules, 40 hours of power reserve. I believe that's a little bit less. Stock accuracy is still the same, -10 plus 30 from factory, but this one is of course running much better. Now Bi-Compax has surprised me here. This one comes with a 5-year warranty. That's a rarity. It's usually 1 year or nowadays 2 or 3. So seeing 5 is pretty impressive. Okay, so now you're wondering, what is that price? This one comes in at 750 USD, which may seem a tad high, but keep in mind, these watches are designed, assembled, finished, and quality controlled in France. And their artisan French watchmakers seem to be genuinely finishing the watches, so that's fantastic. Drop a comment down below, which color are you picking up? There will be a link to the website in the description if you want to jump over there quickly. That's it for now, see you in the next one.